Hello friends, welcome back to the shorthand tutorial class. In this video, we are going to learn on diphthongs in shorthand. As we said, in shorthand we have 24 consonants, we have 12 vowels, then we have 4 diphthongs. So now we are going to learn 4 diphthongs in shorthand. So these 4 diphthongs are, number 1, we have diphthong I. Number 2, we have diphthong I. Then number 3, we have diphthong R. Then number 4, we have diphthong U. These diphthongs, as we said, can be formed as a sentence, so that as a student you can be able to memorize them. You can say, I enjoy God's music. So here I is a diphthong, I, then I, then we have R, then we have U. Now we have number 1, which is I, or 2, 3, then we have 4. These are the 4 diphthongs in a sentence, so that as a student, so whenever you say I enjoy God's music, so now you can easily remember these 4 diphthongs. So we have the sign of this diphthong. The sign is small angular mark. Small angular mark is like this, small angular. Then this one is looking like this. Then this one is looking down. These are the diphthong sign of I, and O. Then we have the sign of diphthong U, which is small semicircle. Small semicircle. These are the 4 diphthongs that we have. These are the diphthong I, O, and U. Then the sign should be like this. Is 3 small angular marks, which is in different direction. Then we have diphthong U, which is the sign should be small semicircle. Okay, now the formations. When you have these diphthongs in a word, as you know that we said in shorthand, the vowels, the first vowel in a word determine an outline. So this means that even diphthongs, you have to look in a word, is it diphthongs? If it is diphthongs, so we have some principles which says that this diphthongs has been divided into 2. The first 2 should be placed in first position. First position of a stroke. First position of a stroke. When you have a diphthong in a word, so you are to place the diphthong sign in first position. This means that the outline should be above the line. Then if you have diphthong, these 2 diphthongs, now they are placed, or the position to place that sign should be inside the position of a stroke. So these are the place, or these are the places to put the sign of diphthongs when you have them in a words. Okay, now let us see the examples. The examples of diphthong I, and O, then U. So in the next video you can see the examples. Thank you. Okay, now let us see the examples of diphthongs in shorthand. Let us start with the number 1, which is diphthong I. So now, if you have been asked to write wife in shorthand, now the vowel here is I. Now it is the first vowels or diphthongs, as always said in a word determine and outlines. Now this is diphthong I. Don't forget that when you have diphthong I, the outline should be above the line. Now you draw your line. As you know that you can't write a shorthand outline without drawing a line. Even if you are writing on plain, you have to draw a line. But if you are writing in normals, some jota which is there is lines on it, so you don't have any problem. Now we have an F. That is wife. Then the sign of diphthong I, as we say, is small angular mark is in first position because we said diphthong I is always in first position. That is why you can see it in the first position and it is above the line. Why it is above the line? Always when we say the first positions of an outline is here, and when we say the outline should be above the line, that is why you can see the all your outline is above the line. Why? Then we have another example. We say maybe like. Now you draw your line. We have your L, then you have your K. Now the diphthongs. This is diphthongs, not a vowel. So then the diphthong I is always above the line. That is why you can see the diphthong. That is why you can see your outline above the line. Like you put your vowel sign here. Like. Okay. These are the two examples. We have so many examples like, my, admire. All these words we have, whenever you have I in a word, is a diphthong and the outline should be above the line. Number two, let us go to number two. Then we have I. I, now we said, let us say annoy. Now, in these words, we say annoy. This is the first, don't forget, always we are saying the first vowel or the first diphthong in a word determine an outline. And then in this word, the first vowel in this word is A, which is in the first position. When we have the first vowel is annoy, the first vowel is A, then this annoy must be above the line. Even though we have diphthong oi, as you know, diphthong oi, the same thing is first position. That is why now annoy should be and you are N. Only you have the sound. In shorthand, that's why you say shorthand always deal with sound. The sound you had here is only, the sound of consonant is only N, which is above the line. Why above the line? Because of first flexible, which is A. Then we have O. Yes, right? Then the vowels come before N. You have to place it here in the first position. Then you have your diphthong oi. Diphthong oi now comes after what? Then after oi. This means that it is here, annoy, because this is the first position of a stroke. This is the second position of a stroke. Then this is the third position of a stroke. That is why we see A is here. Then you have your N. Then the vowel, the diphthongs that comes at the end, which is oi, it is here, annoy. Then we say boy. Boy is only your B above the line. Then your vowel sign, which is oi. It is in first position. The oi comes after B now. So okay, now these are the examples. It's two examples. Now we have so many examples about diphthong oi. So now number three, which is diphthong R. Diphthong R. Let us see the example of diphthong R. Okay, diphthong R, we can give example like we say car. Okay, now even though there is some things to remember, we said there is other stroke which is in shorthand is horizontal, because we said the diphthong R is in side position of a stroke, and the consonant stroke here is K, and K can't be written through the line. Diphthong R is in side position and the outline should be raised on the line. Now K can't be written through the line. So there is principles in shorthand that say when we have a horizontal stroke in shorthand we have K, we have let us see it here, K, G, N, E, we have M. All these are horizontal stroke. Horizontal stroke, even if it is the third vowel, the vowel is third position, or the vowel to be right is third position. So, and you know, this can't be written through the line. So, one thing to do is that the principle says that you have to write the outline on the line, because this can't be written through the line. This is the principles. So now K must be on the line, K, car. Then your vowel, your diphthong sign is looking down, it is inside the position. This is first position. This is second position, this is side position. And the diphthong out comes after K. That is why you can see it inside the position. Then mouse. Mouse. This is R. So now it is inside the position. Then since we have M and E, this is M, this is E, the sound, then M is. Because now we have the diphthong R, that is why you can see it through the line. Because you didn't write M on the line because of this false, because you have is. Now is can go through the line. That is why now it is inside the position. Then you place your vowels or diphthongs sign. Don't forget, we said, and in previous video we discussed on side position of a stroke. We said even the vowels, even the diphthongs, the same principle can be applied. When we have a side place vowels that come between two strokes, this one M is another stroke that we have, and we have the side place vowel, or you have diphthong R, which is inside the position. So the sign should be placed in a side position of a second stroke. What are the side position of a second stroke is here, because this you're supposed to write this diphthong sign here, but the principle says you are to place it in side position of a second stroke. This means that it will be here. Now this means that when we have a two stroke and the vowel sign is inside the position, or the vowel sign is a side position. So now we are to place it inside the place of a second stroke. So now these are the examples of there is so many examples. Now we have number 4. Number 4 we have diphthong U. Diphthong U now we said let us give example. We say chew. We say diphthong out is inside the position, as well as chew. Diphthong U is also inside the position. Then you have your K. K can't be written through the line because it's horizontal stroke. Now, but you have a B because you have K and B. Then you have your diphthong U here. Then B can go through the line. If B goes through the line, this means that K must be above the line. Then B goes through the line. Q. Then you have your diphthong U. Diphthong U is a side position. Side position of K is here, but you say the principle said that if you have a side place vowels or diphthong R or U now between two strokes, you are to place that vowel sign or that diphthong sign inside the position of the second stroke. This means the side position of the second stroke is will be like this here. Q. Then we have maybe we say let us give another example. We say Q. We say tube. Then if you have T through the line, then you are B. This is you are diphthong U, which is inside the position. That is why you can see T through the line. Always diphthong U inside the position. The outline should be through the line. Then you have a diphthong U that's come between T and U. Now you are to place it here inside the position of second stroke, which is second stroke is B. Look at it here. This is 2. So these are the examples given about diphthongs. There are so many examples that if you understand the diphthongs, so now you can just create so many examples. And don't forget that we said diphthong I always should be in the first position. That is why you can see our outline of the line. Then you have diphthong I, you have diphthong U inside the position. This in first position, this inside the position. That is why you can see inside the position. The vowel sign you can see inside position. First position, second position. Then this is third position also as well as this one. Even though we say we have so many principles about this diphthong U, we say if it is come between two strokes, you have to place it inside the position of a second stroke. That is why you can't see it inside the position of K, but you can see it inside the position of B because of that principle. Or side place vowels, as well as you apply the same principle in post position. That is 2. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. In the next tutorial, I'm going to teach you about where we are going to learn about 24 consonants and descriptions. Most of the students having a problem with that some of the strokes are confused, or the 24 consonants that we have sometimes they are confused, but there is some logic that if you can apply it, you can be able to understand it very well. Thank you very much for watching. Hello friends, welcome back to the shorthand tutorial class. In this video, you are going to learn the differences between these 24 consonants, because most of the time students are confused about these 24 consonants. And remember that if you are not mastering these 24 consonants, you can't be able to write even a single word in shorthand. But if you pay attention on this video, definitely you can be able to master them well. Okay, let us start with the straight down strokes. Because in shorthand we have some stroke which is straight down, like we have P, we say P name, then we have B, this is B, then we have T, this is T, then we have D, then we have J, then we have J, this is J, then we have H, this is H. So you can see all these strokes are written downwards, and they are straight. They are straight. These are indicating that you are writing this stroke not upstroke, but you are writing them downward. You call them straight down strokes because they are all written downward. So we have curve strokes. There is stroke that they are curved. They are curved, like they are written curve. Let us see them. We have F. This is F. This is B. You can see the difference. The difference is this is light, this is heavy. The same thing on this one. Some of the component is light, some are heavy. Then we have V. Then we have E. You call it E. Then we have Z. This is Z. Then we have S. This is S. Then we have Z. This is Z. Then we have ish. This is ish. Then we have G. We call it G. Then we have L. This is also L, which is curve stroke. Then we have also, in curve stroke also we have, this also is curve stroke. Let us create another. There are continuations, you can call continuations. We have M, we have M, then we have N, and then we have ing. This is ing. All these are what? All these are also curve stroke. So these are the curve stroke, we call them curve stroke because they are written in curves. Okay, now we have some of the components we say straight up strokes. Straight up stroke. They are written straight, like we have and we say we have ray off. We call them ray off. Ray off. The reason why we say ray off because we have R down. This is ray off and it is straight up. Then we have way. This is way. Then we have yay. This is yay. This is straight up stroke. They are written up. So this, we have horizontal strokes. Like you have K, then we have G. This is G. These are horizontal because they are written on horizontal stroke. Okay, don't forget that we said in these 24 consonants, there are, as at times, most of the time, you see this is the different, that most of the strokes are in, they come in palm pairs because L, V, they are similar, but the difference, this is light, this is heavy. Also the same thing at this one, light, heavy, light, heavy, light, heavy. Then that is why these are the difference. So this is straight up stroke. Even though at times we can call this forward strokes because they are written forward. So if as a student, sometime in exam or any formal test, and you have been asked to write the horizontal strokes, so you can write K, G, M, N, N. All these are horizontal strokes. But when we say forward stroke, so we are writing this one, this one, this one, this one, this one also. All these are also, you can call them horizontals, and sometimes you can call them forward stroke. But if we said cap stroke, this means that this M, N, and N fall in cap stroke. But if it is forward or horizontals without calling cap stroke, so that this means that the M, N, and N will fall here when we say horizontal stroke or forward stroke. So these are the most of the problem that students are facing is in this form. But if you like, you can just form your table like this so that you can be able to differentiate them. Now in this we say we have ray off. Then we have, so that because we have R down. Okay, now we can add another cap stroke, which is R down. R down. This is R. We call it R, but down, because they are written down. This is because in shorthand we have two forms of R. This means that we have ray or R down. The same thing we have via H, which is we say hey. The name is hey. We have hey down and we have hey up. This means that here we have another straight up stroke, which is hey off. Hey. This means that in shorthand we have two forms of stroke. We have R down, we have ray off. We have hey off and we have hey down. So these are some of the two forms of stroke that we have, H and R. So these are the 24 content that we have. Thank you very much for watching. So you can be able to master them by differentiate between this is straight down stroke, this is up stroke, this is straight down, or this is cap stroke. Thank you very much for watching.